Our next speaker is a graduate at the NAST Naval Postgraduate School. He has been a member of the NPS. Oh, it's all on one.
Toastmasters.
Wow.
Yes! Toastmasters Club, good job. For 9 months. Today he is giving his 6th speech on
Chat.
class vocal variety. So please help me give a big round of woo! To our next Toastmaster, Patty.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and I see we have no guests. 2 months ago, a distinguished visitor came to the Naval Postgraduate School. Me and several of my colleagues briefed him on a sensitive, new, emerging technology of national importance. After that briefing, my professor, feeling beholden to me, sent this text message. Great work on the brief, smiley face with sunglasses. I replied, thanks sir, very cute emoji, very mature. To which my 55-year-old professor, with tenure, sat back, necktie, briefcase, levitating man, money bag, money bag, money bag. Now I'll admit to you, I had no idea what this meant. But looking at it, it looks as though, and I perceived it to be, he's using my hard work to levitate and make money. So I did what any respected 33-year-old man would do. I went to Emojipedia.com. Decided how I should respond to this obvious onslaught from this 55-year-old chump. I responded, what does that even mean? To which he replied, forbidden clock ox pile of poo. So
That's clear. No time.
I took a second, went back to Emojipedia.com, and I started getting pretty heated up. I was like, oh no, I know what this means. This means I ain't got no time for your bull pile of poo. The next hour and a half, I began internet trolling. I Googled emoji insults. I hashtagged emoji fail. I even brought in an expert, my 13-year-old cousin, Frankie B. I said, hey, Frankie B. He said, what's up? I said, we gotta crush this chunk. He said, all right, I'm coming over with a hammer. I said, no, we're gonna do text messages. So, after several rounds of arguments, we came up with the perfect counter insult to this 55-year-old chump. I told him to his screen, you can run to fire, smiley face with horns. Enough said. To which Professor replied, speak no evil, monkey. So what is an emoji? An emoji is a character developed in the 1990s in Japan from the company Docomo that helps you express your emotions when the text or your low level of vocabulary won't do. There are currently 926 officially registered emojis that work on from an iPhone to a Samsung to Google to Gmail, etc. And there are over 6 billion emojis sent every day on 4.1 billion text messages and electronic correspondence. we are truly seeing the attack of the emojis. And so I will say I was staunchly in the anti-emoji camp. But then several weeks ago, my good friend Hussein gave a wonderful speech about learning the language, the female language. And from that, inspired by my better Turkish friend, I decided I too can learn a new language, that of emoji. Emojis are big business. There's a movie coming out with Patrick Stewart from Star Trek fame. He's been knighted by the Queen. He is playing Pile of Poo in a very distinguished role. I don't know what the audition process was, but that's... So, where do emojis come from? There's many theories. Unfortunately, they did not come from cavemen, but you can see that monkeys love bananas there. They did not come from hieroglyphics, although many are saying that emojis are kind of us cycling back to that level of technology. And my favorite, they did not come from Forrest Gump doing the first emoji on the mud-stained shirt. Emojis, like we said, they came 1990s. Really, in 2010, Apple, on their 6th iOS, made Unicode 6.0, and that is when they standardized emojis. There are about 750. They have since expanded with Unicode 7.0 to 926 emojis. We just got to find that perfect character. And they're currently working very hard on Unicode 8.0. See they're bringing in new blood, which we like to see. I like to see that Yoda, one of the originals, is still hip and fresh. So. All right, so emojis around the world. It really is an international language. So it's the first international language, if you will. French, being lovers of life and etc., have used the heart 4 times more than any other country. Australians, who I've only known Australians that could drink me under the table, they have the clinking beer glasses twice as many. Canada, Pile of Poo is a runaway success there, and they have it twice as much as anyone else. So Patrick Stewart is also very huge in Canada, obviously. And then for America, the eggplant, which is great for our culinary. You know, we have a lot of aspiring chefs, etc. So we use it 5 times, a whopping 5 times more than anyone else. All right, now when you send emojis, you need to make sure that what you send is what you mean. So these are 3 popular emojis that don't mean what people think. The first emoji, many people send this back to their mom to say, oh, the heart is where, the home is where the heart is, and I miss home. This is actually a Japanese love hotel where you rent rooms for the hour. That's all I'll say in this room. The second is a, hey girl, we're going out clubbing. This is what girls send to their best friends. This is not what that means. Those bunny ears represent Playboy and working women and all of that, but yet this is one of the top ones. The final emoji is the Pile of Poo, which everybody I earlier obviously thought was an insult. The Pile of Poo is actually a good luck sign. If you dream of poo before a big test in Japan, you can do very well on the test. So when you send emojis, make sure that message sent is message received. Finally, I will tell you need to learn emojis and not be like Sarah. And that says it all. Matt Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster. Fellow Toastmasters, and especially Patty, what a fantastic speech. This was the Local Variety Project number 6. His objectives were to use voice, volume, pitch, rate, and quality to reflect and add meaning and interest to your message, use pauses to enhance your message, and use vocal variety smoothly and naturally. Now, instead of using our typical sandwich method, I'm going to go through some of the criteria that he should be evaluated on in this particular speech, and I'll pick out examples from each one that I think were very good or maybe could use some area of improvement. So the first one was the topic selection. Fantastic topic selection, something we could all relate to. It was just really fun and engaging. We all have to deal with it and decide one way or the other if we're going to ignore emojis or embrace them. I ignore them. The volume. I thought your volume for the room was very appropriate. One of the purposes of this speech is to try and change that. It's the vocal variety speech, And it gives you an opportunity with a lot of these things to sort of go outside of the box, so to speak, and a little bit louder on some things and quieter on other things to pull people's attention in and grab them. And that is how to embrace this project. And I would say definitely with these kinds of things, with the projects, really dig into what they're asking for. Rate, also you have a really wonderful conversational rate. And it was very steady throughout, which I think is how you normally would talk with folks and how you might normally give a presentation. But in this situation, you want to play with what happens if I speed a little faster or talk a little faster, or how do I get my point across a little differently if I slow it down? And that's something that you can play with on that. Pitch, I thought you had great variety in your pitch. You definitely used that. Quality, your quality again, very pleasant, conversational, very friendly, very easy to listen to and understand what you're saying. So I did a fantastic job on that. Pauses. Pauses are something we all can use a lot more on. It's stressful and scary sometimes to stop talking. And then you're looking at everybody looking at you, and practice that a little bit to see how it feels and get comfortable with it. Expressiveness and vocal variety, again, do more. On your next speech, pull more of this vocal variety in, because you've got the body language ones from the speech before. Now you have these kind of, get a little more expressive, and it's also with the vocal variety. Organization was fantastic, super easy to follow your speech and to follow the information. Word usage, also excellent. I had one thing for the vocal variety that I thought would have been fun, and the pauses too. You could have stood there and said, "What does this mean?" and engage the audience a little bit more and make it more expressive. Something to practice on for your future ones. But overall, really fantastic, wonderful speech, very engaging, really fun to listen to. Thank you so much.